everyone, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. If you would like, you can subscribe, but if you do not want to, you do not have to. Where do I start? Yes, I've been gone for a little while now. By the title of the video, you can see that I had to get stitches, and it was a very traumatizing experience for me. If some of you are aware, not too long ago, on February 15th of 2021, Texas had a huge snowing fiasco going on. Everybody was making fun of it. If you weren't from Texas making fun of it, good for you, but for me it was very traumatizing. We're not used to the snow in Texas, obviously, and a lot of people were injured, and it was just really sad, honestly. So on February 15th, I wasn't worried whenever the snow, he's doing it again. I just started the video. Hey! Hey! Stop! I just started the video. No! I need to get my dog in training ASAP, guys. If you could see what's going on the floor. Personally, whenever the storm was coming our way in Houston, I wasn't too concerned about it because the apartment that I live in, we've lived here for almost 4 years now, and we've never really had an electricity problem. Even during Harvey, our apartment was completely fine. It didn't get flooded, luckily. So I wasn't too concerned. I woke up on February 15th. It was 8 a.m. and it was freezing cold in my room. I'm talking about, I woke up naturally from it being so cold. The electricity was off. Okay, there's two big windows in my room, and my bed is not too far from my windows. It's not hard for my room to get the outside air. And I go outside and I realize that the hallway is dark as well, so I'm just like, okay, all of the electricity is off. I'm trying to wait it out. I'm getting kind of bored. I think an hour or two passes, and I want to go back to sleep, but I can't because it's that cold in my room. I just stayed in the living room and walked around. I was just waiting. I was just waiting for the electricity to come back on. So then an idea popped up in my mind, and obviously, you know, my puppy Rocky, he's never seen snow. I mean, he's 5 months old and he's never seen snow, and I don't know when he's gonna see snow again because I'm not a snow gal. I mean, I grew up in West Texas and it snowed there a lot, so snow doesn't freak me out. I'm actually used to snow. It happens every year in West Texas, but it doesn't really happen in Houston. I don't plan on living anywhere that snows very often, and I just wanted to take my dog outside. I'll kill some time. I put his leash on, and then we have to walk down the stairs because I live on a higher level. Obviously, the elevator wasn't working. So we walk down the stairs, everything's fine. We go outside, and we're out there for maybe a few minutes, not too long because my hands were getting cold. I was just recording him. Then I couldn't take it anymore. So I was like, okay, Rocky, let's go ahead and go. There was a moment of light flash before my eyes. I was walking towards the door to the building, but instead of walking, I decided to fast walk. There's a snow area that you just saw, and then there's obviously the drive where the cars drive, and then the door. So on the drive, there's ice all over it, obviously. I decided to fast walk on ice to the door. Why? I don't know. It was a natural thing. I should not have done that. I don't know what I was thinking. I really don't know what I was thinking. And I slipped and fell so fast and so hard on my chin. All I remember is I felt mentally like I messed something up. I got up and I don't remember half the stuff I said because I was kind of delusional. And I was trying to open up the door and it wasn't opening. The clicker wasn't working. My dog's kind of scared. Then we go to the middle door because there's 3 doors in my building. There's one on the right, one in the middle, and one on the left. So the one that we went out of on the right decided not to let me back in. The clicker just decided not to cooperate with that door. So I started going to the middle door and I get inside and I just remember throwing myself on the floor, and then I called my mom because, you know, I didn't know what to do. So, and my mom wasn't here. All I remember was blood on my phone. A bunch of blood on my phone. And I don't know if I'm going to show the pictures in here because I don't know how YouTube handles gory stuff like that and disgusting things like that. I'm assuming, because I'm kind of out of it, that it's coming out of my nose. Because when I fell, it sounded like something was happening in my left ear, and then Luckily I wasn't blacking out, but my hearing was definitely off, and it was already so cold out there that I couldn't even really feel much anyways in my face. My mom's like, go back to the apartment, hurry up. My dog is literally, I think he's so frazzled by the whole situation that he's dragging himself on the floor. Luckily when I fell, I didn't let go of the leash from my dog or my phone, surprisingly, because that's how fast I fell. I didn't even have time to catch myself. I didn't have time to think. Sorry, my dog just ran into the thing. I didn't have time to think. I didn't have time to do anything. I'm running up like 5 floors trying to get to my apartment. My dog isn't cooperating. I have to pick him up and run him up the stairs while I'm on the phone with my mom, while I'm gushing blood from somewhere. I don't even know where the blood's coming from. I'm assuming it's from my nose. I get up here, it's bleeding really bad, and it's not stopping. The blood isn't stopping. This is not a band-aid situation. I can tell that there's something wrong. So call the ambulance. The ambulance comes over here. My mom's on the phone with me still, and she says, I think you're gonna need stitches. This doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. I don't know what you did, but you fell really hard and busted your chin open. So I'm freaking out because I've never had stitches before. Ever. And I don't know, it's cold outside, it's snowy. I'm not gonna drive to the emergency room. If I can't even walk on ice, I'm not driving in it. The ambulance, they're cleaning me up. They're telling me that I just need to go to the emergency room down the street and I'm gonna be fine. It's not that bad. Luckily it was under my chin and it wasn't that big of a cut. So an hour later, my mom's friend drives me to the emergency room, thank goodness, because, you know, he lived within the building. I get there and the lady at the front desk, she was so nice. I mean, she didn't mean to be rude or anything, but she's like, I'm kind of glad that somebody's here because I've been doing absolutely nothing and I can't go home because it's snowing and I don't know how to drive in this. They put me in this room. It literally looks like a kiddie room. They probably thought that a child was coming in because what 25-year-old slips on ice and busts their chin open like that? Even the doctor that was helping me was like, so what are we not gonna do next time? And I was like, not slip in ice? He's like, yes, we don't run in the snow. I'm just like, I didn't run, I fast walked. He's like, don't do that because you will hurt yourself. And I'm like, obviously. He puts the alcohol wipes on me and I'm like, ugh. And then they're like, oh, you need a tetanus shot. I'm like, tetanus shot? What is that? Like, I don't even know what that is. Oh, it kills the bacteria. I'm just like, okay. So I get this tetanus shot in my arm and then that hurt. It hurts so bad. I feel like a child. Y'all put me in this dory looking room. I'm just still processing the fact that I'm in the emergency room. I'm so upset with myself. I'd rather be at my apartment, in my bed, but no, the power had to be off and all of this had to happen. So they give me the tetanus shot. It was not fun. And then this other doctor comes in, puts more alcohol on my face, and then leaves. The major doctor comes in. He's like, okay, well, this is gonna hurt. I'm gonna give you some shots to numb you up. And at this point, I'm just like, go ahead and do whatever you have to do so I can get out of here because I'm over this at this point and I'm just so humiliated. The most frustrating part of all of this was I was outside for 4 minutes. Like, I was not even outside for that long and it happened so fast. And I had to be rushed to the emergency room because of it. I knew I should have just stayed inside. Luckily, I got a couple cute pictures of Rocky, but it was not worth it at all. The things I do for this dog. Anywho, the doctor gives me some shots in my chin. I don't really feel them. And then he took a picture of my chin before and after, which I will put in here if I think it's allowed to be put in the video. I don't want to get flagged or anything like that because this stuff is gross. Like, who wants to see that? Surprisingly, I didn't feel the stitches. I didn't feel him stitching me up at all. The tetanus shot was worse. I ended up leaving fairly quickly. I come back to the apartment and the power's still off. So at this point, it's been maybe 4 hours and the power's never been off for this long. So I'm kind of frustrated. It's cold. Finally, the power turns back on. Okay, cool. It was an issue with the power. Not a big deal. Maybe 3 hours later, the power turns back off. I can't live like this. Everybody is frustrated. I'm looking online. It's happening all throughout Texas. You know, there's some people with the power on, some people with the power off. What am I gonna do? Where am I gonna go? My mom's friend came and got me and then I went to her place. I was at her place for 4 days, which was very nice of her. I got to stay in one of her rooms and me and my dog were nice and warm because she had electricity the entire time, which I was very grateful for that because a lot of people were struggling and we appreciate all the support that we were given. Not only was my chin messed up, but it's not like I went to the emergency room and could come back home and be warm and cozy in my bed. No, I was consistently on my toes because the electricity was consistently turning on and off. Some people didn't have anywhere to go, and some people couldn't get to certain destinations because of how dangerous it was. I just wanted to share that with y'all because it was something that happened recently to me. I guess not that recent, but I've been gone for a while because of that. I feel so much better though, because at first I could not open my mouth. It always felt like something was pulling my left ear. It's so hard to explain. When I tried to chew or talk, it felt like something was pulling my ear, and it was not a good feeling. I was like, oh my goodness. I was so worried because I did not want to have that for the rest of my life. I didn't know what it was, but I just think it was because I hit the floor so hard. It's gonna affect some things, but I tried not to talk to make the healing process go faster. My chin is actually still healing. I got my stitches off a week later, or about 8 days later actually. Longer than you should, I think, but I was running around. I was still having to work after all this happened. Not during, but after for sure. Thank you guys for still being here, even though I am very delayed right now with my posting, but I love all of you, and make sure that you take care of yourself and are careful. Don't run on ice because it is not smart to do that. It is not smart to run on ice. But I love you guys, and I will see you next time when I post my next video.